Human fascination with gold is as old as recorded history. 1792, the United States Congress passed the Mint and Coinage Act that established a fixed price of gold in terms of US dollars. 15 August 1971, a number of attempts were made to salvage the gold standard. 2011, the foundation of the Gold Standard Banking AG, one of the most successful companies which specializes in the trade of minerals and precious metals worldwide. There's a global distribution network for industrial minerals and metals in more than 120 countries. 2020, GSB presents new cutting-edge products and services. Blockchain Gold Asset LBMA Price Connected, ready to be traded on a stable rate directly on our exchange. It is using the most advanced decentralized blockchain protocol, safe, cost-efficient, and fast. Digital G999 card, the safest way to secure your digital blockchain assets. Use our new digital card at the size of a credit card to pay the merchants. Gold point of sale. If you are a gold bullion dealer, this is the best way to increase your sales. Our community will trade digital gold to pick up it physically. You can directly exchange the tokens and transfer fiat into your bank account. GSB consists of GSB Gold, International Business Blockchain Platform, Universal Gold Merchant, and Gold Standard Digital Bank. We invite you to discover our products and services. You can pay using our decentralized blockchain solution, everything and everywhere. Register now. Find out more about GSB on our website, g999main.net.
Excited for the future. Yes.
He's gonna change your life. We are one. Let's go.
GSB, your 10-year anniversary. We ready?
We have the card in our hand.
I'm planning to develop way many more things in the Lydian world with my team.
Thank you all for being here.
The founder, the chairman of the board, Jose!
You are the first, and our company will be the first. I'm pretty sure that many more institutions will use our technology.
You love it? I love you too! Thank you very much. Let's celebrate 10 years. Thank you.
This is the real deal.
This is by far the place that you want to be. When you hear Let's Go Weekend again, Let's Go Weekend 12, you need to be here. Because you're going to learn everything you need to learn about how to take your assets and put them to work as well as build your business.
So Dr. Tigers, we salute you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, greetings everyone. Greetings everyone. Glad that you can make it to this new Millennium Bankers Smart Money Network Future Money Show. And I'm your host tonight, Fard MacD, CEO and founder of Fard Money Network and New Millennium Bankers. And I'm also an executive in Gold Standard Bank. So thank y'all for tuning in. I know we're excited because I'm excited because we got a special guest. We haven't had a guest on here in a while on the Future Money Show. We haven't had a guest on in a while, but we got a string of guests coming. Next week, we're going to hear from real estate guru, DJ Airman Jennings, who is now a new Millennium Banker. Went from being a real estate mogul to now he's a new Millennium Banker, and he's banking with Gold Standard Bank. He's going to be our guest next Saturday, so make sure you tune back in and bring your friends because he's going to tell you why he has chosen the blockchain over real estate. He's going to tell you all about that, right? And please, family, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Fard Money Network, please do so. If you're not subscribed to our team channel, so you want to get all the trainings and stuff about Lydian World, what you don't know about Lydian World, and what you don't know about what videos to send to somebody or whatever, we got all of that on New Millennium Bankers. Go to our YouTube channel, New Millennium Bankers, subscribe there, and use those videos for your benefit so you can get an understanding on what we're about to talk to you tonight. So we started Fard Money Network approximately 6 years ago, and we started on the acquisition of gold. Now, I'm a big gold bug. However, gold doesn't give you a dividend. All right, it does give you insurance. It does give you protection against a crash and a crisis, but it doesn't give you any dividends. So we always check the spot price because listen, family, some way, somehow, gold is going to come to the forefront and be in the new ecosystem of the world because this dollar system is going out. So somehow, some way, gold is going to come back to the top. I don't know how. I just know it is. Why? Because gold is money. It has always been money, always going to be money. All right. However, we're going to see how it's going to play a part in this new technology world, this new digital world. How is gold going to come to the top? All right. So gold is trading. It ended yesterday night. We're just going over this, family. Crypto Steve will be on here with us in a minute, waiting on him to join the room, but he is on the way. Gold is trading at it ended the trade Friday at $1,946.93. That's at spot gold. That is at spot gold. All right. Then we talk. This is hey listen, because see, this is the one thing that I love, right? See, it's one thing to know what money is, and to know that since gold is money, it can't really give you a dividend. It's not really designed like that. However, cryptocurrency can give you plenty of dividends, right? Can give you plenty of income, right? So we're going to use this technology until we can't use it no more. But however, in the new world and what's happening now, what we see going on with the BRIC nations, we see it going on in China, Singapore, Dubai, it's going on all over. Somehow, some way, the blockchain is going to be here. I don't know what it's going to be. Is case use, but I would think that it would be the new banking and payment system. This old traditional banking system is going away. But listen, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a brother that's been free for the last 6 years, right? I'm just a brother that freed my wife before she was 28 years old, right? I'm just somebody that had a job in 6 years. I'm just somebody that NG as partners I have made over 6 figures. I'm just him. So you got to listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just somebody that can get up and go when I please. Because this is what it's all about. It's about freedom. And we're going to bring another free man on here to talk to us about Gold Standard Bank, Lydian World, and cryptocurrency, blockchain in general. Because I say I'm a cryptocurrency and blockchain expert, but when I need to know information, I call Crypto Steve. You feel me? He don't call me about it. I call him, right? But listen, but why do you say you're an expert, brother? But listen, because 97% of my income comes from crypto. That makes me an expert. But I'm living off of, I'm smart enough to understand it, to know how to make a lucrative, passive freedom lifestyle off the technology. I'm an expert. All right. I don't have to know how to build a blockchain. You feel me? But anyway, let's get to it. All right. The cryptocurrency market cap is up 1.36% over the last day. It is up to $1.135 trillion in market cap. So it then went up. Bitcoin is back over 27,000. Ethereum is still over 1,800. Binance is still over 300. Now let's take a look at our coins. The G999 coin. The G999 coin is down due to what Coin Market Cap say, but we always cross-reference that with our platform. Okay, well, Coin Market Cap got it wrong with the G999. So we're going to go to our platform. We're going to just go off of that and just go over here to First Market Cap. So First Market Cap, this is the more accurate platform of us. Our market cap is at 48.3 million. We're up 3.5%. I don't know what Coin Market Cap reporting on, but we're up 3.5%. And then we want to go and take a look at the Lydian State of Coin right quick on Pancake Swap and see what it's doing. Why? Because, hey, if you didn't see the video I did the other day, we are buying digital land in the metaverse. What you gonna do with the land? Listen, I can do a lot with the land. I can build my own, put my own business in the land. I can put my own website on there, put my own products in the land, right? I can sell the land. I can rent the land out. I can lease the land out. The same thing we do with real land out here, we can do it in the digital world. Family, I'm telling you, what we have over here is phenomenal. That's a question that we're gonna pose for Crypto Steve as well. Because as I was going through that, sneaking through, getting me some land, I was running across him in some of those states and stuff. So we know he got it too as well, right? So the Lydian State of Coin, family, Lydian State of Coin is at $4.80 on Pancake Swap. $4.80. So you want to go, Pancake Swap is decentralized. To my knowledge, I never purchased coins from over there, but I don't even think you had to do a KYC over there, right? So you can just sign up, go in there. If your card will swipe, you can get you some crypto from Pancake Swap. And you can send it to your MetaMask, send it to GS Trade, send it to Lydian World, get you some land. You can do all of that, family. Go to Pancake Swap. All right, so now what we've been waiting on, we showed that Let's Go Weekend video because our brother, Crypto Steve, he ended that video. He was the one talking at the end, said, when you hear about Let's Go Weekend 12, you make sure you want to come to it. That was him, right? And he has a wealth of information. He's been in cryptocurrency long before GS Partners. When we first met him, they was already calling him Crypto Steve. When I first heard about him, that was his name. He came and seen Crypto Steve. So we're gonna bring him to the platform and let's have an interview and a dialogue. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna ask questions. Y'all can ask some questions as well. But we're gonna have a good time tonight. So let's bring on my business partner, my brother, straight out of the DC and Maryland area, Crypto Steve. How you doing, my brother?
Awesome. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear.
Okay, hold on. Oh, so great. So wonderful, man. Hey, man, I love it. I love the show. I love how you break down everything, man. That's unique and most definitely needed in the world we live in today, man. So I appreciate you having me on here too. New Millennium Bankers, man, it's just phenomenal that someone your age, your caliber is catching all this, for this next generation, man. So I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. And all the listeners that's on here, you guys, y'all gonna be in for a treat tonight. Like this right here gonna be a phenomenal show. So let's get started, man.
Let's get right into it, man. I want to thank you for coming on and sharing this time with us, man, because I know your time is valuable. And it was not last minute stuff, but it was, stuff I had in my head. I said, man, I got to bring my man on there. As we was talking, as you got back from Dubai, when everybody know me, Kevin, Frank Muhammad, we didn't go. But Crypto Steve was there and he came back. He called me ASAP, let me know what's going on. Some of the behind the scenes things, we ain't going to talk about that today, but we're going to talk about some things here. So to get us started, man, the first question I have for you, man, because you are a successful traditional business owner, right? In that Maryland, DC area, right?
Right.
What was the first cryptocurrency that you made a profit off of? And why did you choose to continue with crypto, even though you already had a thriving more than brick business?
Awesome question, man. So let me say this. So I know a lot of people don't know my story or know me, but I've been building business, traditional business for 30 plus years, man. That's been my thing. You know, I start business from the beginning, from the ground, and just drive them to success. And most of the business I started in the last 15 years, I still have actually more than that, 17 years, I still have. And why cryptocurrency makes too much sense for me and why it's the future of money for me. This is one of my things right here, future of money, why crypto future of money is because I remember doing this. So I made a lot of money in a lot of different industries. I owned a retail clothing store, done extremely well, was in the was one of the small minority business owners in the retail industry that got unique brands that only they wasn't giving them to small businesses. They wasn't giving them no 2 or 3 stores. You had to have box stores, or you had to have major stores. And actually, man, we did extremely well. We did I made a lot of money. Let me say that. And then, you know, I had a traditional business where I had a wholesale business where I was buying wholesale stuff, selling it retail. Still got that business. That's one of my first businesses I had. And then I moved to the construction because I seen. So I'm a innovative. I look for innovation. I look for where we going, where the world is going. I don't know why. It's just something that I was attracted to. And what I realized, people kept coming in my store with vests on. And I kept hearing the news about infrastructure. There ain't no food now. I realized that this started, more people I started seeing on the roads, more people with vests on, more people coming in. I'm hearing more. So I end up starting my construction company, done extremely well our first year. And then I end up buying real estate. And before all this, I was in the stock arena. But let me fast forward. So we in this real estate game back in 2017. I had Bitcoin, I had Ethereum, and I had Ripple. Them was some of the first cryptocurrencies I had that I made a profit of. I was part of the big boom, the super boom that happened in 2017. I wasn't one of the millionaires or multimillionaires or billionaires. That's
sure about that, brother? Are you sure about that?
Not in 2017. And that's what messed me up, because I'm like, so my partner and I, we got invited to a conference, a real estate convention in Vegas from Mandalay Bay, right? We in the hotel Mandalay Bay. And I remember we got there around the end of November, like the 28th, 29th. And Bitcoin at the time was $9,600. And 7 days later, which was our last day of going into the convention, I remember walking down the escalators, walking through the casino, headed to the event, and my phone was binging, and everybody was talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went up 30% in 7 days. Wow. That got my attention. That really got my attention, because at this time I'm a hard lender, private lender. I'm flipping property, I'm buying and holding. I had some unique days. Now I had some great, phenomenal days, and I had some great days in the stock arena. But when I seen cryptocurrency do 30% in 7 days, that day forward, I told my partner, I said, I'm not going in the convention. Why would I take my time to try to get 10 to 12 to 15% on my money when I can get 30% in 7 days just like that on my phone? And from that day forward, man, I dedicated myself in the space. Now, a year later, because I kept hearing about all these stories about people, you know, $100. I had a friend that took $100, made $100,000 in 3 days, verified it on the blockchain. So this was all verifiable, timestamp, you know, information. That year later, in December 2018, it happened for me. I took 27,000 and made 135,000 in less than 4.5 hours. And that was a phenomenal day.
That was a trade? That was a trade?
So that was just a buy. So at the time, people didn't understand arbitrage. So arbitrage was buying on one platform and withdrawing the crypto and moving it to another platform and then selling it for that price. A lot of people didn't understand that. They didn't know what that was called. And actually, I didn't know the full terminology of it. I know that I could do it. And I knew the name, but I didn't understand it in totality because it was good. It was happening in the Asian markets, in the stock arena, moving to the US or from the US to the Asian markets. And that wasn't in crypto, that was in stock. So when I seen that, I knew that it was set for a time. I can't tell you, how I did Zooms, I did lives, I did, you name it. I was on every social media blasting it because I couldn't get it all. And under that, I still got some videos dated back then that you can go look on it. People was mad at me because I'm telling the world how they can take their money. And I was buying it for $4,000, $3,800, $4,000. I was buying Bitcoin. I was moving it to this other platform, selling it for $9,500. Instantly getting the money. And then I was putting the money straight back into my bank just so I can show people it was possible. Man, I showed everybody. That's what really kicked it off for me, man. Again, that made me really, and I believed it because that's why I dedicated my time to it, even though I had a lot of other things going, but that really dedicated me. It really stamped me in the space. And that from that day forward, man, I just had some phenomenal days, man. I can tell you.
Man, Now that segues to the next thing that I left out of that one, but it run congruent with that because by you being a traditional business owner, why did you adopt to network marketing? Why? Because what we do with crypto, we had a network marketing structure, income attached to it or whatever by referrals. And just like what you said, because I'm pretty sure when you was blasting that, you wasn't getting referrals for that. You wasn't getting paid for blasting that.
Nope. Right.
But because that makes you unique. Because most business owners, most crypto traders, crypto holders, and people that made a lot of money out of crypto, traditional business owners, they don't want to do nothing dealing with network marketing. They don't want to do nothing dealing with MLM. I have people telling me that all the time. Like when we was in LA. My cousin, he got a franchise, he got to run a properties. He holding crypto now. I hope he watching. He holding crypto now, but really couldn't get what we was doing over here with it. Now he say he a guru, he think he a guru, all right. But you think that till you meet a real guru, then you'll think that we'll bring it down to speed, and then now you got to be humble. But he don't want. That's the first thing he said when he came to the presentation. I don't want to hear about the networking side. That's where all the money at. But what made you being successful with crypto, doing what you did, the arbitrage, being successful in traditional business, why would you still decide to choose and build a networking business as well at the same time?
That's a great question, man. So one thing about network marketing, man, we do it traditionally. I mean, we do it naturally. We tell people about things that we like, products that we love, businesses that or stores that we love to go to, restaurants. So it's a natural thing. It was back in 2014 when I got introduced to the industry a while ago, but when I really dedicated myself to learning that industry was in 2014. I'm sorry, is when I was with another company. I got introduced to the network industry because of a product that I loved, that I was buying retail, and I couldn't get it wholesale. So the person brought it to me retail, and I'm like, how did you get it? I don't need to know nothing. I just need to know, what do I need to do to get it? So anyway, one thing about the network marketing space, it breeds millionaires, billionaires. It's known to be the top industry. It's more people in network marketing that's making money than in the NFL, the NBA, and I can name. It's more money made inside of the network marketing industry that it has changed the way that the world do business. Now watch this. You don't got to believe me. I got a driving school. Here you go. We put signs up. I advertise on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. We got out of all of the promotions. Let's say I put 100 promotions out there. I got maybe 2%. we got some kids in our school, and I just did a video because we just had a graduating class, and we told them the same thing last night, actually. So I had some kids, and I said, hey, listen, y'all want to make some money? And they was like, what you talking about? And, you know, this was at the class. I said, you refer your friend, and you can make some money. I'm going to give you a gift card. And so they was like, really? 98% of our business in my driving school is by referrals. It's by network marketing. Network marketing. Everybody that come in there knows somebody that connected them to our school. It's just is what it is. And so this industry is unique. You don't need the accounting. You don't need all of the other things that you need with your business, like payroll, HR. You don't need a manager. You don't need a project manager. You don't need none of this. You don't need no one doing none of that for you, because the software within the system, that's right, system, save yourself some time, energy, and money, it does it all for you. So for the person that really don't know, they looking from afar off, they hearing some negative stuff about it, but I don't care. You pick something. Everything in the world got something negative about it.
Oh, yeah.
So this industry has really changed. And it's crazy because in the network marketing industry, now I had some phenomenal days, man, in stock arena and building business. I built a business back in the 90s like that, made 7 figures, like less than 8 months. You know, I had some phenomenal days, but never have I ever inside of the network marketing industry, watch this, was voted, well, actually won a contest of being number 2 and was granted $400,000 by the activity that I did.
Hold on, we're gonna get into that. Hold on, don't jump the gun. Hold up, don't jump the gun. We're gonna get into that 400,000, right? We're gonna get into that 400. So don't jump the gun now. Hold on now. Let's stay on track now. You're getting ahead of me now. Okay. Hold up. Now. We're gonna get to that. But so let's shift this and let's get into understanding the blockchain, understanding crypto. Because last week we talked about the new smart contracts, right? Mm-hmm. And we know we've been talking about this for a minute, but I talked about it last week, but I don't think I did it justice. Explain to the people, you know what I'm saying, in a nutshell, what is a smart contract?
So a smart contract is a code written on the blockchain to accomplish what the code is, what the two parties is designed to do. So it's just like a regular contract, but it's done on a blockchain, and the actions that's performed are automatically. So it's like a software script. Then once it's done, once something, it's just like if something go in, something come out. So smart contracts are unique now because you can wrap anything in cryptography and put it on a blockchain. And so really, if you look at our certificates and the Blockfolio accounts, they perform an action. When you load the certificate, it automatically starts to pay you, right? Every single week. That happens. You don't need an HR, you don't need a payroll, you don't need a project manager, you don't need an office manager, you don't need no one managing that, because within the script, within the software, it is designed to perform what the contracts say. So you write these codes and you introduce that as a smart contract, and it performs exactly what it say automatically. That's kind of like, so it's smart using the software, the coding of the script of the block.
Is it proof of ownership too?
It is. So it could be part of proof of ownership. So proof of ownership, if you owning the thing on the blockchain, a lot of people think when somebody withdraw or send cryptocurrency or Bitcoin to someone else that it leaves the blockchain. It never leaves the blockchain. It stays on the blockchain. It exchanges owners. So you can send it to yourself, but it's going to another address, and whoever the owner of that address own that cryptos. You know what I'm saying? So it never leaves. Cryptocurrency never leaves the blockchain. It's
so the wallets are like a smart contract too, roughly.
Yeah. So sort of like Yeah, you can say that. So wallets are just ownership of that wallet. So anything coming that wallet, you the owner, and you have control over it. And only you have control of it, but it's still on a blockchain. That's why MetaMask is just an interface or a mirror of what's on the blockchain. So your assets not on MetaMask, they're on the blockchain, because nothing never leaves the blockchain. Now, when you're dealing with exchanges, centralized platforms, they normally, that's in a cold, I mean, that's in like a cold wallet behind the scenes. So to keep it simple though, man, smart contracts are just like a contract with agreement between two parties, except for it's done, and the functions that happen inside it on that blockchain is mandatory. It's going to happen without any falter, anyone not doing what they supposed to do. It's going to happen.
Man, awesome. So I told him I ain't do too much justice with it right there, but like I didn't give no thorough professional, proficient answer like that. And so next question is, how do you see the future of the G999 blockchain? And how long do you predict it? I'm gonna ask you some predictions too. I know we don't do predictions, not the price of the coin, but when we get to a number 1, number 3 status though, like how far down the road you see that. And how do you see all the updates and the integration and the expansion of our blockchain? How do you view that?
So, and I'm glad you asked that, man, because I said this in 2021, and I will continue to say it, man. It's because of some driving factors that we have that would always keep me to stamp what I always said. We got everything they have. They don't have what we have. We have too many different, most companies focus on one thing. We don't have one thing. And so people think it's complex or it's complicated, but you in a variety, man, where can you go to earn money passively from a metaverse? You can't do that in Decentraland. You can't do that in Sandbox. You can't passively. Now you can buy land, you can play games, but you cannot earn passive money. So with our blockchain and with our chief technical officer, both of them, and as well as our chairman of the board, they are light years ahead of what we're thinking about. Again, when I got started, I'll never forget. So blockchain technology was always the driving force for anything using cryptocurrency. People think it's just cryptocurrency that's blockchain. That's not the only thing. You got data wrapped up on the blockchain. You got, ownership of NFTs, real estate, you name it. You can you can wrap it up in cryptography and pass it on the blockchain. What I seen at the beginning, I seen a guy that was just not going to stop until number one, who done extremely well in traditional businesses, right? I seen another guy, a guy that know how to build and develop blockchain. And his development at the time, he developed a proof of stake at the brink of proof of stake. So what am I saying? So proof of stake blockchains wasn't prevalent as it is now. So for them to start 2 years before it come out with a proof of stake, you know what I'm saying? So from behind the scenes, people don't see that. They don't know that, because proof of work was the main thing. Everybody was on proof of work. And if you think of mine, Ethereum just caught up with us.
Yeah.
Right?
They still going through hiccups too, trying to make that shift.
Right. And they just converted their proof of work blockchain to a proof of stake. We did that years ago. We started that in 2018. You know what I'm saying? So when that came out, it reminded me of one other one that had master nodes, allowed people to have master nodes. One other blockchain that was Dashcoin. And I'm saying that. So I seen that. And I'm like, oh, they're ahead of the game. A lot so. And then they offer staking, master nodes, and then DeFi. Now DeFi blew up in 2020. DeFi was huge. I mean, like DeFi, that was the thing. That's when Uniswap came in with their total lock volume of about $800 billion. It was $800 million. You know, that's when Uniswap just started and just erupted in the DeFi space. And here we are right behind Uniswap. You see what I'm saying? So we were so close. I'm like, oh, we're about to pass them. They showed up. They were stuck on DeFi, and they still are. And of course, NFTs. But here we done created a proof of stake blockchain. We got DeFi. We got staking and masternodes, and we got NFTs. You know, and it's just a matter of time. They came out with incentive wallets to pay people on the blockchain by holding the coin. That most of that was private for future. That was private. A lot of people wasn't able to do that. You had to be inside of a company to be able to do that. We opened that up to the world. So
man, let me tell you, the first time we watched the show on one of our team huddles, maybe 2021, and it was the founder and CEO of FTX, right? And he was on Kitco News, and he kind of backhand smacked proof of stake. When he did it, I had to, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I don't know that was gonna happen. But when he did it, I was like, I caught that. I was like, hey, you're an expert, and he's gonna say proof of staking is the owners of the crypto. They the ones that hold the crypto. They the ones who are, that's the blockchain, and that's the one who verify transactions and all of this. So I seen it. I was like, something just hit me like, something ain't right that he said that. Like he must don't know, he fraudulent or what. But we come to find out he was a fraud the whole time. But yeah, man, that's deep, man. So
let me just say this so real quick, man, because something that you said. So the reason why proof of stake blockchains wasn't prevalent, because people trusted the blockchain one. Blockchain one was proof of work. It worked up until that time. But what people didn't know, it was consuming all this energy that was eating up our ozone that most people didn't like. You see what I'm saying? It was
especially
driving
government. Especially government.
It was driving the gaming cards up, where gamers wouldn't touch. Certain gamers wouldn't touch crypto because the gaming cards started going up because people was buying them to mine Bitcoin traditionally. So proof of work was on its way out when it started because it just didn't have a chance. It was great while it lasted, and it still is. Bitcoin still use it, but it's slower. It don't have the validators that it need. And watch this. This is the other part. People don't know this. It's something that's called 51% attack. Proof of work blockchains can get 51% attack. That means their whole blockchain can be locked up by 51% of the miners because they control the mining part of it. That's the part people don't know. Staking, it's hard to do that with a proof of stake blockchain, you know? So anyway, just
because it ain't nobody doing the coding. There ain't nobody doing the coding.
Nobody solving the problems. There's not because you can own a farm and own 51% of the mining that's happening in Bitcoin, and you can lock your whole. Well, Bitcoin is kind of hard because there's too many people that mine Bitcoin. Like some early on proof of work blockchains got 51% attack, and they whole blockchain got locked up. It was a gold coin that happened too. But anyway.
Man, yeah. So, man, another question I had for you, man, is you said that about the G999. So you see us going to number one, the blockchain. You see our blockchain ecosystem going number one. We're gonna get into Lydian World. We're gonna say the best for last, which is Lydian World, right? Which you gave it a name, a nickname, Liquidity World. And you have been, let's talk about the chairman of the board, because you have been around the world with Mr. Hite or whatever like that. So it's pretty clear that you trust him. And I know that you won that second in that incentive, but you was going all in already. You was already in. You was with it. Y'all just left Dubai. We've been to Dubai, what, 3 times? You've been every time, right?
All right.
Then you go last year too when we brought on the broker firm and all of that. And when you get around him, and what do you see? Because some people never get close to a person like that. And some people don't understand it because we look at people through how our past experience with people, with somebody else, right? We have a terminology for them. We call them engrams, but they you've been around them a lot. Has he changed? Does he change? Does he act the same? Has he always been the same? And does he always keep his vision intact? Like he makes it clear. Because I know you had a bunch of private conversations with him as well. So how does that, how does you view him as a just a person, you know what I'm saying, that stands on some strong principles and morals, that somebody that can be trusted?
Right. And I do believe 100% this guy his integrity is intact. I was having this conversation with a lady that had a chance to meet him while we was in Dubai this last time. She said it just seemed like he's just so pure, like he have our best interest. And from me knowing him, and I met him early on, me and a couple of other people, we met him early on. And what I would tell you about Mr. Height, man, the guy is genuinely want to help and make a difference. When you talk to him, he talks. He's prestige. He's going to be number one. He's going to do everything in his power. He's going to be, the bull in the china shop. He's going to make it happen. He's going to do what he got to do to make it happen. And one thing, you can most definitely believe that when he say he going to do something, he have done it. He have done everything he said. And if it's something that he haven't done, you tell him, but he'll make sure he make it happen. I'm gonna give you this example too. So I got a suit jacket with GS, with the emblem on it when G999, and I got a shirt. And I remember we was in Dubai at 2021. I said, Mr. Ice, I need that. I want to buy one of them. He said, buy. No, brother, you don't buy. You get one for free. I said, I want the shirt too. He said, don't worry, you go get that too. So anyway, they had packed everything up in the Monty Hotel that night and moved. I was like, Mr. Height, I never got it. Man, he had the guy take me to get it. He said, take him down to get it to wear. And he had guys bring me 3 or 4 different size jackets to try on. He said, he said, what size? They said, what size? They said, well, you don't know. He said, go get them all. Let them try all of them. They brought them all to me at the Monty Hotel. And then we went to the financial center and office. And man, he was like, did you get it? That's the type of guy, like, he wouldn't stop. He did whatever he had to do to get me the jacket and the shirt that had the G999 emblem on it, blockchain emblem, right? And he was just adamant about making it happen. And when someone there, I said, Mr. Height, when I told him to say, I didn't know he was going, he's like, you didn't get it? Hold up. He stopped this whole conversation and went and got somebody and said, go take him down. Get him whatever he needs. And so I would say, man, he is a man of his word. I most definitely trust him, and then, he did what he said he's gonna do. I'm gonna wait till later and say it. Like, man, who in the world?
I had 2 incidents, right? And I don't even think you know about this, right? But I'm gonna say it now. All right, one incident, I had a man put in like 50,000 through GS Lifestyle, and he moved it in the Tether. And at that time, GS Lifestyle had a hiccup with the Tether wallet. So the money was locked up on GS Lifestyle and Tether. We just trying to move the GS partners for like, it was like 2 weeks. But I'm communicating with Mr. Height, and Mr. Height was sending me numbers of people in GS Lifestyle. He was like, let me know when it's done, when it's free. This is how he was doing. He was like, call him, tell him that I'm telling him to fix that, did that third. Then I had another issue I had an issue with Lydian World. Now, the only person know about that, I'm not going to go into the details about what it was, but the only people that knew about that was me, my wife, Mr. Diaco, and Kevin. We're the only people knew, Mr. Hype and Alex and all of them, right? And when Mr. Hype found out what happened and what, you know what I'm saying, was not happening, he was telling me, I told them to unlock it, let you back in. This was what he was saying. I'm telling you, you asked me to die. He didn't want to care. He for whatever Alex was saying, he was saying, no, Fard MacD, he ain't did nothing wrong. Let it go. Do this now. He said, I told them to do it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Let me know as soon as this how he was. That was 2 incidents that he could have just blew me off. He didn't even have to respond to the message. You know what I'm saying? But he did it though. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that, but that just go to that story. So let's transition. Let's go back to 2021. Let's go back when Crypto Steve was already borderline famous at this time, but he got even more famous when this happened. And he was at our first Dubai event with the launch of GS Partners, with the launch of Lydian World, with the launch of, we had tokenized real estate where people didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
We had tokenized real estate when people didn't know anything about it. And I'm not talking about digital real estate like Lydian World. I'm talking about a real building that we was getting square inches, and each square inch is a token on the blockchain. And we're getting passive residual income from it every 60 days right now as we speak.
Yeah.
But Crypto Steve was there. So we're going to show y'all this quick commercial when we made history. And some of us didn't even know the seriousness of it. And we're going to come back and we're going to let Crypto Steve tell us about the feeling he got when he won second place in an incentive and he got that $400K. All right. But let's watch this. Let's watch this quick video here. Then we coming right back, family. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Let's go. Now, family, I wasn't there, but Crypto Steve was there, and we had an incentive, and it was in the first 6 months of the company. It was the first 6 months of GS Partners to launch to the world of GS Partners. And that was our first major event coming out of COVID-19, June the 25th through the 27th, I think, of 2021. And at that event, the G999 ecosystem went across, just like y'all seen it on the Burj Khalifa, like the second crypto project ever to do that. And Crypto Steve was there. My man Kevin 2X had to come in. He was there, right? But tell the people on the stage, man, how did it feel when, they said one thing, but then when they came through on what they said, though, brother, and you got that in your wallet, how did you feel?
Okay. So I got to tell you, man, what felt the most important, y'all, that if you look at Mr. Height advertising that, y'all seen that you can see that from all over Dubai. Now, parts of not the whole country, not United Emirates, but Dubai anyway, the city of Dubai. And I'm gonna tell you that have a project on the tallest building in the world advertising our blockchain. Now, what do you think? Do you think that's going to be? So this is why I tell people, let's just think about this. Do you think that somebody is just trying to do something small or big? Because that wasn't a little thing. That wasn't something slight. That was huge for the blockchain, the G999's blockchain. And I think that was just the beginning of all that we got that's happening so far. And we still at the beginning phases. So, I was excited that, all that happened in that moment, in that time was just a phenomenal, man. It was just like overwhelming. You couldn't feel the moment because it was unbelievable. But then when you step back and look at it, you're like, wow, I experienced that. And so that was phenomenal. Now, the incentive, this was crazy. This was crazy, man. I never had no one give me $400,000 at one time, right? Not just give it to me, right? Now, of course, this was something that, of course, we was in a dream incentive program, and they was offering this dream incentive. And, I got so many people to thank for, that took part of that with me, to help me get there. And I can't begin to name all the names, but, my team, Mr. Delco, everybody, Kevin 2X, all of us was there, Dominique Curry, my partner, that's my man, and all of our team, man, that just ran for what we needed to run for. I believe this, Fahad, I believe this. So Mr. Delco told me this later. We had the smallest team compared to the one who won number one spot. He had 40,000. I had 3,600. With the smallest team that month, we did $1 million plus within like 17 days at that time with what we had. And also, we had the most educated team with, per number, the most people that won from that dream incentive. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to impress nobody. I'm saying that to say is because even though we in this technology space, people like yourself that's making a difference. People take this lightly, but until you on a show like this where you can grab some nuggets to grab some understanding about where we going, what we have, what's in front of us, you're going to miss it. Most people wouldn't understand it. So it's vital. I'm talking about vital, not important, but vital to you for the next phase of our world. Because we changing the world. The world is being changed. It is changed. It have changed, and it's changing right before our eyes. And so when Mr. Height brought us on that stage, and let us share out whatever we wanted to share. Me and Brian Cumley, who's number one. What was most exciting? He said, "I'm gonna put it in your wallet." It's a picture that me, him, and Brian sitting. He said, "I'm gonna deposit right now in your wallet." And I was like, "What?" And the $400,000 showed up in USDT. wasn't no hesitation. And when it's crazy, it showed up later on that day. But when he was saying he was showing us what he was going to do, and I'm like, this dude literally gonna give me $400,000. It was still mind blowing, you know what I mean? And anyway, man, later that day, man, it showed up in my account and Brian's as well, man. It's just, 400,000. Like, we ain't talking about no, and I can show anybody right now where that money went, because they announced it from on stage, 32 stations, I think he owned already. I don't have no kind of care. I'm gonna take it all out. You advertising everybody, and that was a positive. Oh man, I got family, I got friends, I got all these people going. Don't worry, I'm taking it all out and I'm buying a house with it. Exactly what they say they're gonna do. So anyway, but yeah, it showed up that money.
That's a significant story. But one thing that we fail to do, because all of us, especially the way we making money now, all of us have a powerful story. But people that's not in the business with us, they rarely ask us, how did we do it? So I'm gonna ask you for everybody else. Because you can congratulate him, you can say that, well, that was 400,000 went to him, not you. So you can say you're proud of him, you happy he won it, he did that. But tell us, how did you win it?
Yeah, so it came through, just sharing it. One thing I know, I keep a deck of cards on my desk. I got them over there now. But one of the things that I know I learned a long time ago is that you gotta flip through the people. You gotta go through the people that's in your network. One of the biggest things is taprooting, and people don't know, but just exposing people in my network and then helping expose people to what we have in their network, so on and so on, and not trying to make a five of spade, an ace of spade. You can't do that. That's not going to happen. Let them fall where they fall and just keep it moving. And I think for me, is how did I do it? It was just connecting with the right people and just helping people really connect the dots of what we had at that time. And man, just moving them through that phase of understanding and getting them the education they need to make an educated decision. The money is going to come. I believe this. I'm big on this, man. I'm big on making sure people understand what they heard. I'm big on that. And I believe once you expose somebody to something, your mind can't shrink back. So I expose you to what we have. Your mind ain't going to shrink back. It's going to be hard. I share this real quick. I was talking to a young lady and I showed her what her money was doing in the traditional bank now. And she said, you mean to tell me about $5,000 only give me $200 and some a year? And when you just, because I showed her the contrary. I showed her, what we getting versus what the bank giving her. And she was like, are you serious? And I think that part of educating people on our world and what we have today. Again, man, we changed. The world has changed. This is not the same world that we grew up 10 years ago. You got Web 3.0. You got 5G that's now turning into 10G. You got AI at its finest. You can go to the grocery stores. Go to a big big store or box store or grocery store, right? You'll see now they got the machines where you can scan your own stuff. The cashiers are gone. You got EVs happening more than ever. It's just happening. It's happening, and it's happening at a fast rate, and some of it gonna pass some people by. What do you want? You want to be, I would like to ask the question, what would you want? Would you want to be in front of the growth or behind? Because most of the money is made in front, and that's why we was able to do what we did them first 6 months, because the education wasn't there. People didn't understand what they had. I understood that blockchain technology. I understood we dealing in crypto. What's the best way to make the best out of it? Maybe not necessarily the money, but the best out of it. And so finding solutions to make people money quick and fast, that's been the thing of my life. Because when I made money in traditional business and I held money, I blew it. It just disappeared. I made 7 figures in 8 months, and it took me about 2.5 years before it disappeared. And I'm like, what happened? Because I stopped working, it stopped. You know what I mean? So, and I'm saying that to say what we have today is totally different. And you, the person that's listening to this call that may not understand the totality of it, you don't have to. Just know your money gonna do more than what you got now in any traditional sense. And earn while you learn. Sit back. We're gonna teach you and train you. We ain't gonna leave you dumb. We're not gonna not educate you on what you have, but you gotta start. Now, just to start, you got to start. You got to start somewhere. And I appreciate you for this platform, for educating people on what's going on, the future of money. Do you know where money going to be at? Joe, you know, when they was passing out all these SBA loans, I was telling people, I was like, oh, I'm going to get all I can. You know why? Because money ain't going to be the same in 30 years. You giving a 30-year fixed rate at 3.75. You can't get money that cheap. You cannot get money that cheap. And then 30 years, you're going to get me to pay it back? Money won't be the same in 30 years. You might mess up and say, well, we don't know what that is. We don't even know if you owe that anymore. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Because the way that the future of money is going to change. And I'm going to say this real quick, Fahad. I don't know if you know, but in a previous business we was in, a guy he worked for the treasurer. He worked for the printing company. So he went to Denver, Colorado. And in Denver, Colorado, they had this big sign saying the future of money, cryptocurrency. Now, this was back in 2018. Now, Kevin 2X might remember this, but it was a sign that said the future of money, cryptocurrency, in the government printing office in I think it was Denver, Colorado. Now, I got the picture somewhere, but when they know it's gonna happen, but they telling you buy the room and sell the news. They selling you the news. All that cryptocurrency ain't going nowhere. Don't buy. When you do that and you sell, they going in and buy. It's buy the rumor, sell the news. You buy into the rumor and they sell you in the news. And now you buying when it's high and selling when it's low. And they getting in. So anyway, we in a unique spot. And if you don't believe us, just watch. Just watch. We already at the top. We just gonna peek through and get to the top. So,
well, family, man, that's powerful, right? Got 2 more questions before we come to a close because we done reached over an hour now. I got 2 more questions. Very important questions, right? But before we do that, family, make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you can get notified every time we go live. Follow Crypto Steve, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. He all over the place. And make sure you follow Fahad Money Network and make sure you subscribe to New Millennium Bankers as well. Okay, as we come to a conclusion, family, we got 2 more questions for Crypto Steve. I was waiting on this one. I ain't gonna let this one be the last, but it should have it. Now, me and you done been knowing each other, dealing with each other for a couple years now, and we done been in multiple cities. Y'all done came down here to Tampa. We was in Houston. We was in Africa. We done been in Atlanta several times. All right. So I can't remember exactly where we was at, but me and you had a question. I think when y'all came in Tampa last year. I think that's what it was. It was either in Tampa last year or Houston this year. I asked you the question. I said, what do you see, or how do you see cryptocurrency playing a role? Because this is the Future Money Show, family. This is Fahad Money Network. You're going to get it raw and uncut here, right? So we'll let you know. You're going to wake up one day, it's real. The dollar's going to be obsolete. The Federal Reserve not going to have any power. You can concern yourself with the IRS, the FBI, all of that. That's cool. That's what you can do. We're not going to let you do that over here. That has an end to it. And if we just open our eyes, we can see it coming to an end as we speak. Their rulership is done. It's done, right?
That's right.
But I asked you this question. I said, how did you see, how could cryptocurrency replace the dollar as a reserve currency? Whether if it was Bitcoin, G999, it'd have to be a strong infrastructure cryptocurrency. We know that. But you told me, you know what I'm saying? You told me, you gave me some stuff that I didn't look at. And then we're going to get the Lydian world after that. But answer that, like how, let the people know, how could cryptocurrency be the reserve currency for the world?
Well, for sure, the one thing got to happen is something that's called interoperability. Interoperability is where blockchains got to communicate with each other to do cross chains at a speed and a rate like Visa. So the TPS, the transactions per second, got to match up. I think that's in the making. According to this vortex, we're going to tap into some cross chains, and it's going to be a faster speed. So, and then also with our blockchain. But I would say this: that's going to happen. How could it happen? The infrastructure of cryptocurrency got to interact with different blockchains instantly. And then how will people know the value of it? Well, you can still use the comparison of US dollars, because that don't have to go away, because you can use the comparison, but the numbers of the 8 decimal points that cryptocurrency use is still just like we using dollars. So, and it's hard to explain that, all in a short period of time, but it most definitely going to replace the dollar, because reason why, because money is dirty, it delivers too many germs, fiat money, right? The world is changing because of the asset backed fiat currency is no longer here. That's no longer here. So it's just printing a whole bunch of money. Cryptocurrency is limited in making. So when cryptocurrency is made, it's limited in how much is being purchased. How much is being made. So you can't make more later and come back and say, oh, we're going to make another 100 million. You can't do that. So everything, scarcity of why it would be number one. Number two, and it will be the currency of our future of money, because now your money don't go down in value. Your money got all of the probability and possibility to go up. I think that's key in our world today. So we don't have to worry about losing with inflation. You don't have inflation when you got a currency that's limited in value. You can't create more. You can't do more. You can't create more to drive the currency down. So you have the scalability and the scarcity that will always have it going up in value. So now think about it. Think about it. Your money is your $100 bill cannot grow another. The zeros can't turn into
another zero.
$20. It can't say 120. It will never do that. Ever. And you won't be able to go and take this next year and buy the same thing you can buy this year with it.
This year.
But imagine you having crypto and it is going up in value because of scarcity and its scalability. So everybody's using it. So everybody need it. Everybody want it. And now I got a true currency. Currency is designed to circulate. And when money don't circulate, it dies. When you put too much money in circulation, it dies too. It disappears. So anyway, that's it.
Well, man, that's great. That's kind of a different question what you gave me, right?
What I said?
You told me what you said. No, you didn't. What you said was something that I didn't consider. And the consideration was that stuff can be priced in Satoshis.
Yeah.
Stuff can be priced in Satoshis, because when you turn dollars into crypto, they give you the amount of those crypto. They don't give it to you in price. Now that right there is going to lead us to Lydian world. So as we conclude, But I want you to explain to the people, man, what the hell is Lydian World? What is a metaverse? What is a metaverse? What is Lydian World, and what am I looking at here, man? Now, but first of all, what's a metaverse first? What's a metaverse? What is that?
So let me just tap on what you said, because Satoshis is the actual name of like pennies in Bitcoin, right? In US dollar. That's the 8 digits. So those 8 numbers determine why you can turn it into the future money. The 8 digits. That's what I said. So the 8 digits is so money only have they got plenty of digits, but they stop with 2 digits, and that's where you get the cents from. That's where you get the 10 for the decimal point. But Satoshis go to 8 decimal points. So you can use a tenth. You can use $1, and it can be 0.0000001 in Satoshis and still be that dollar. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I wanted to say that. But the metaverse. One thing I learned about the metaverse, man, early on, it's this virtual decentralized world. It's this world that people love to play in, man. And if you got any of the people that's on S Coast Enterprise, my E-Brand Club, they will tell you I love talking about the Lydian world. One reason why, and I'm gonna give y'all a scenario what is possible in the Lydian world, in this metaverse. So our metaverse is unique. It's different from other metaverses. So we have everything the other metaverses have. Sandbox got where you buy land, you can port to the different places in the world in the metaverse. You can be who you want to be. You can do what you want to do. You can even have avatar. You can not just the avatar. You can buy clothes and put your clothes on your avatar. You can look unique in the metaverse, and we gonna have all that, right? Watch this. You can be who you want. You can do what you want. You can go all over the world. Now, here go to the crazy part about it. It was a movie that came out back in the 80s. I forgot. Arnold Schwarzenegger played in it, where he was in this virtual thing, and he kind of like they went to Mars, and he really did go to Mars, but they were he was like in a simulator. And then we all know about Matrix and all that. Well, the metaverse is similar to that. In fact, it's a virtual world that you get to play in without having all of the physical limitations or the physical extremities. So you don't have to worry about getting hurt. You don't have to worry about dying yet in the metaverse, right? That's unheard of as of now. That could change, right? But I'm saying that to say Lydian world is a metaverse different from all other metaverses. So many people say, oh, y'all got a metaverse, and they think about Facebook. No, that's not our metaverse. Metaverse is a virtual world. It's a direct parallel world of the physical world that you can go in. And what we have, you can buy land. You can become a citizen of the land. You can do all of the things that you can do in any other metaverse. The only difference here is that we earn liquidity. We earn money being in our metaverse. And nobody
plenty of it too.
Yeah,
plenty of it too.
And you're not earning just our native currency. Nah, you're earning Bitcoin, USDT, Ethereum, all of the top 10, mostly all of the top 5, top 10 cryptocurrencies.
About top 7 out of the top 10, we got about 7 of them.
In the metaverse. In our metaverse. Watch this. Yeah. And if you look on that screen, you see that little green T up there on the left-hand side. That's a $8.4 million paid out in the metaverse. There's not another metaverse that does that. It talks about the land that's being sold. There you go. Look at that.
Then it'll break down and tell you what everything was. $3.3 million USD tether.
Come on, man.
196,000 of USD tether Tron. Man, this is ridiculous. Like,
look at this. So you don't have this in other metaverses. Normally, they native currency is the only currency of their metaverse. You got some that pays then that you can buy land and you can buy different things, but they don't have what we have.
1.6 million of Bitcoin.
In Bitcoin.
Yeah. But now listen, for the people that don't know, now what I just did, I clicked on the world, right? I clicked on this virtual world, and now I'm looking at everything you see green is where you can buy land. Now, since we're gonna go to Texas, and by the way, family, next weekend on the 3rd, Crypto Steve will be in Dallas with the Houston and Dallas Freedom Team Freedom. He will be in Houston, so make sure y'all plug in. We talking about Charles White and his wife. We talk about the Hollins, Dr. Hollins, Rhonda Hollins. We talk about Mr. Michael L. Dalco. We talking about Rockstar, the number one first 1-1 incentive. They're gonna all be in Dallas next week on the 3rd. So if you have anybody in Dallas, Texas, you know anybody in that area, if you down there, make sure you connect your people there so you can plug in and tap your people in. His Crypto Steve is going to be in his right-hand man, Dr. Dominique Curry, my man. They're going to be there, so family. So we're just going to highlight Texas real quick because I did go over here and I snatched up some land over here, right? Now I want to snatch up too because it's kind of high over here. But what's the significance of this land, brother? What's the significance of doing anything like this? Because people will say, well, this ain't real. This ain't real estate. This is virtual real estate. It ain't real. Now, what do you say to a person that says that?
I'm glad you said that, man, because that leads into the example that I want to give you. So picture this. So imagine you got that space and you build a museum. Let's say it's a hall, it's a museum, whatever you want to build. So we got real architects that's going to come in, not physical architects, but virtual architects going to come in and build this space that's on this map the way that you like it. You're going to be able to port in and walk down the street and walk in the doors of that space that you bought. Watch this. Imagine you have a museum and you got a museum of music and artwork and whatever else you have. So imagine you had someone singing a song and this video is being played in your museum. Watch this. They pay to get in your door. And when they get in, they can press any one of the pictures, videos to listen to it. And they press it. And as they press it, it spits them off crypto. Man, listen to what I'm saying. Now your music is being advertised in the virtual world. They can either buy it or download it onto their earphones that they're walking around with as an avatar. All right, so some of you, I know I lost some of y'all because some of y'all are saying, well, why in the world would I want to do that? I promise you, I could take you to Decentraland. There's millions of people walking around living in this virtual world. Why? Because they can do what they want, be who they want, go anywhere they want to go. No limitations, no physical limitations, no extremities. They don't have nothing to worry about. Why? Because of the world we live in today, people are trying to escape reality and go to a place where they can feel comfortable. I don't know. Only thing I can say is that imagine you build a plot in Texas. And watch this. Matter of fact, where was that show at? What was his name? One of the rappers did a show and he did a virtual show. He did a show in Texas and someone ended up dying. And then he did a virtual show.
You talking about what's the brother name? What's his name, y'all? When he going with one of the Kardashians, that brother name, man, Travis Scott. Thank you,
Travis Scott. Yep, Travis Scott. He did. Look, he shows up in a physical place. He sold out. They did real good, but he did a virtual. Listen, I ain't talking about Zoom. I'm talking about in the metaverse. $1.6 million. Some crazy number. people that showed up. Snoop Doggy Dogg listed his record. I think it was an album. I think it was part of Death Row after he bought. Made more money selling his album in the metaverse. It's gonna happen, y'all. It's gonna happen.
It can't help but to happen, fam.
Yeah.
It can't help but to happen, man. So that's what. So you saying that because you say you one of the ones that say when they give us something, take it. And look at all of these. Another thing you got to understand too, family. Not just building your own shopping here. Y'all see all of these brown spots? That means the land is gone.
It's gone.
It's bought. Yeah. There's no more buying in these brown states. The land is gone. Only the green is available now. And the whole world was open, right? Yeah. So what you gonna think gonna happen when the whole world is brown in Lydian world, but we got thousands of people coming in every day, and they probably got more advanced technology and understand the metaverse better than we do. And here we go.
But we own the planet. We own the land. That's it.
We own the land. But listen, back to Crypto Steve's point about when we was talking about things can be priced in Satoshis, which is a fraction of a Bitcoin. That's how you break down Bitcoin. That land is priced in Lydian status. So all the stuff that's in the metaverse, our NFTs, our land, other products, I think the next product is going to be what? You're going to have gaming, you're going to have the supplements. All of that's going to be in the metaverse. All that's going to be priced in Lydian status. Not dollars, not even Satoshis. And it's enough status to go around. Lydian status. So I just want you to, because see, what does that mean, family? What we're trying to do is get your mind off of dollars. You got to get your mind off of dollars. It don't matter what the price of the state of coin is. It don't matter what the price of the utility of the G999 coin. It don't even matter the price of Bitcoin. None of that really matters at the end of the day, because at the root creation, the concept of cryptocurrency in its concept, in its original concept, was to be a medium of exchange. Mm-hmm. So the price is going up, it's good. We made hundreds of thousands of dollars, all that's good. But that was not his main concept. His main concept is to be a medium of exchange and a payment processor, payment system.
Yep.
That's what it was for, family.
That's what it's for.
That's why I love it, right? That's why we love it, because I don't think dollars. I'm not thinking about the G999 go to $10 right now. I'm not selling mine.
If it went to 10, why would I sell it for 10?
For 10.
It's going even higher.
But then another thing that our people that we got to get caught up on, Crypto Steve, we got enough coins that if we did take a profit, we still gonna have a bunch of coins.
That's true.
You remember when the $10, I can go and say, okay, I'm finna go and dump 50,000. It ain't gonna hurt my stash.
Yeah.
I mean, family, I'm just trying to give y'all something to look at. You feel what I'm saying? That'll be a quick 500,000 for me right quick. You feel what I'm saying? That I can go and do whatever I want to do with it. But I went nowhere near dare say a half, a third, nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? Not why? Because we trying to get out of cash, stay in something else where I can't wait till we can just spend crypto. Like CZ said, and we're gonna end with this, Crypto Steve. I want you to close us out, telling I close, you know what I'm saying, this portion out, telling the people about CZ. Now, because a lot of people don't understand that CZ said on the video, they asked him, well, what about dollars? What about when you want to go back to dollars? He said, that matters if you got dollars. He said, I don't have dollars. All I have is crypto. This is what CZ said. But tell the people who CZ is, Crypto Steve, so we can close out.
So CZ is the guy who owned Binance. He's the founder and the creator of Binance, who started Binance in July 2017. And by the end of by the end of 2017, 6 months later, he did $60 billion. He's the number one. I think, yeah, he's the number one now. Like he in the top 20 in the wealthiest people in the world, or the 25. And the guy have like he created Binance. He created a BNB coin that if you trade with this coin, you had half the fees in trading. That changed the world back then. See, we still in that phase, you guys, that even now you can create something that's life-changing, because all of the true innovation that's going to happen with blockchain technology haven't happened yet. It haven't happened yet. So we can literally develop something in the blockchain that can be revolutionized, that can change your family. We're still in the baby infant phase of cryptocurrency blockchain technology. I hope y'all hearing me. If you can get in this space, you may see the problem that need to be solved, and you got the answer. And there you go, creating the answer. And now what you created has changed the way that the world do or whatever business or life, So CZ made an impact in the world with being one of he had the number one exchange in the entire world. And like he said money don't matter because they don't use money. Like a lot of crypto, especially the crypto exchanges, they don't use money. You know what they do with money? They hurry up and convert fiat money to crypto, because everybody know. I think we got to know. Everybody know that money, physical money, is out the door. But you hear it now that the government is talking about bringing on the CBDC. That's not, I don't know if that's, we don't know. They saying they're going to use it. It's a digital currency. That's the only thing I can tell you. I don't think it's going to be using blockchain technology that's an open, decentralized, verifiable timestamp ledger. I don't think that, because they trying to make sure they get in place. But what I can tell you is that it's just going to be another form of why they can control you, because when you look at this, it's not my name on there. That's a United States government. I can't take it where I want to take it. I can't do what I want to do with it. I can't destroy it. It's not mine. So anyway, with this in closing, anybody on here first time hearing this, or want a better understanding, for sure, follow New Millennium Bankers. Follow for and all that he have in all of his social media platforms that he on. Make sure you subscribe to that button, click that bell, make sure you put all right. So every time something come up, you'll get it before he put it out, right? And as well, you guys can follow me. I'm on every social media. But listen what I would tell you. You on here, you new. Get back with the person that invited you, because we changing the world. The question is, do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to be behind or in front? Because it's happening. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you for all the wisdom in the Jews and taking out this time for us, man, and blessed us. And we definitely going to call you back, right? We definitely going to have you back. You're going to come back when we call you back, brother?
For sure, man. I love to come back.
We definitely going to call you back, brother. So be on point for that, man. Have a successful trip to Dallas. Have a successful event, man. And congratulations to you and your success. Give the wife the greetings for me, brother. Yep. Man, we will see you soon. I guess we will see you definitely in August, right? But might even be before then. I might be up around your way before August. But keep that on the low. Keep that. We ain't let that. Keep that on the low, right?
Because we rich.
Yeah, we rich. We ain't going. We go where we want to go. We got passive income, man. Pay a plane ticket. What's a plane ticket? What's renting the car? That's passive stuff. When you got passive income, you do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't worry about it. But family, thank you, man, for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in, family. Next week, family, we're gonna have our brother David DJ Airman Jennings. He only been in GS Partners about 5 months, 6 months. right? He didn't hit international executive. The man is traveling all over the world. He done been to Dubai. He went to Africa with us. He done been in Atlanta, right? He just did his own presentation today, well, yesterday in LA, California. He's going to be on the show next week teaching us why he prefers blockchain banking over real estate. With that being said, family, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all. Tap in Monday morning, a brand new crypto morning. We'll see y'all then, family. We out.
Agreed to be here tonight with us. Let's go. Party is going on. Good afternoon, Stockholm. I am so much excited. Welcome to the Space Island.